Today we're working on Gavotte 5 from Suzuki Book 3. Welcome back. Welcome to the studio. My name is Cassie and I'm a professional violist and teaching artist. Today we're working on Gavotte number 5 in Book 3, and there's a few things we need to go through before we do our slow and our fast playthrough. So the first thing that we're going to cover is the G natural minor scale, and that's the scale that we're going to use in this piece. If we look at our key signature, you'll see that there's two flats. So we're going to play that scale first. Let's go to playing position. And the only accidentals that we have, or flats, are B flat and E flat. Everything else is natural. So I'll say the notes before we play them. Open G first. A. B flat. C. D. E flat. F. Go back down. F, E flat, D, C, B flat, A, so we were using a low 2 on the G string and a low 1 on the D string. Next, I'd like to cover measure 8. We've got a B flat followed by a B natural. So I just want to practice shifting our second finger. When we do this, we're going to keep our finger on the string with light finger weight, and we're going to just slide it from that low position to the high position. So let's go to playing position. And I'm going to start from the G. So we're going to play G, A, B flat, B natural on separate bows. So open G first. A, low 2. Slide up to B natural, and then C. Let's try that again. Open G, A, B flat, B natural. Now let's try that under a slur. We're going to be on an up bow, so let's start from that up bow. Open 1, low 2, slide high 2. Ready? Go. We want to be really careful of the speed of that shift. If I go too slow, we don't really get a clean definition between the low 2 and the high 2. So I want to shift in the speed that we're going. So if my tempo is 1 and 2 and 0, 1, 2, slide 2. So that slide has to be in the tempo of the piece that we're playing. Let's try it one more time. Up bow. Ready, go. Slide. The next measure I'd like to cover is measure 10. We have an open G followed by a shift to third position, second finger on the G string. So in playing position, I'm going to play that open G. Then as I'm doing my retake, my hand is shifting to third position. If you're not quite sure how to find third position, I did cover that in the previous video, so check that out. So let's try that. We're going to be open G, retake, shift for those Ds. Remember, we're always shifting with our first finger as our guide, so you can shift on the G string, or you can use your third finger on the D string as your guide for where third position is. So we're going to do that right now just to get a little bit of extra practice at it. So find your open G again with your third finger set on the D string. Now remember where that 3 was. Shift with your 1 on the D string, and that will bring you to third position. Then you just have to plop your 2. I'm going to sound that or show you what I'm doing right now. So I'm playing my third finger, not playing it, but I'm just placing it there. Shifting, and then I'm hopping my 2 over. So all of that happens silently while I'm doing my retake. Shift, plop. Let's try that again. We're going to do the open G, shift, plop. Now might be a good time to stop the video and just practice that a couple of times. And remember, we're shifting on the D string to third position, plopping 2 on the G string to find that note D. Throughout this piece, we also have instances of up bow staccato, so it happens kind of all over the place, but the measure I'd like to work on is measure 13. So in playing position, I start on my low 2, and then it's a scale downwards. So each note needs to have a stop after it. So I play my low 2, and then set my 3, stop, low 1, open, 3, 2. So let's try that again. We're not going to be using that much bow when we do it for real, but we're very slow right now. So we're going to play that low 2, which brings me to the tip, and then a stop after each note. Stop, low 1, open. The important thing to remember, when we stop our bow, we need to keep a little bit of arm weight in the string. If I don't do that, every time I stop, my bow backtracks, and you hear there's an extra note there. So I want to keep a little bit of weight in the string to stop my bow from backtracking. Let's try that a little bit faster. Ready, go. Stop, 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 stop. Try it again. It'll sound a little bit scratchy under your ear, and that's okay. Ready, go. Our next measure to practice is measure 21. We've got a shift to second position, so we're going to outline that shift, sound that shift, and then do it silently. So find measure 21. We're going to start with our first finger on the G string. Now our next note has a 4 over it, so I'm going to shift a half step up to B flat, which sounds like this. And then I'm going to plot my 4 for that E flat. Now because we're in second position, my next finger will be a 2 instead of a 3. And then I would shift back down to first position for the A in that measure. So let's try that all together. We're going to play our 1, shift, plop 4, 2, shift back down. Okay, let's try that with 2 notes slurred in each bow. So 1, 4 will be a slur, 2, 1 will be a slur. Ready? Go. Shift, 2, 1. Good, try that again. Ready? Go. Now let's try it with 4 notes in the bow, and this will be a down bow. 1 and 2, go. Good, and remember that we're always shifting with our 1, so it's 1, 4, 2, 1. Try it one more time, a little bit faster. 1 and 2, go. This occurs several times in the piece as well, and the fingering is always labeled as such. So if you see that E flat labeled with a 4, you know that's a shift to second position. Shortly after that, we have a key change in measure 27. We've got 1 sharp in the key signature, which tells me that we've modulated or changed to G major. So we started in G minor, now we're in G major, and this is called the parallel major. Similarly, our key changes back in measure 50 to G minor, so watch out for that when it happens. It's the return of our A section. The last measure I want to cover before we do our slow playthrough is measure 33. We've got a G sharp, which is a low 1 on the G string, and we've got a slide up to first position with our first finger. So this is similar to the B flat, B natural that we had earlier in the piece. So let's go to playing position, and I'm going to find my 2 on the C string, my E, and I'm going to reach backwards into half position for that G sharp, and then slide my 1 up for A natural. Let's try those 4 notes again. 2, low 1, slide up, 3. And then after that, we've got a quarter note and some grace notes, which we call those a turn. So the rest of that measure would sound like this. So it's almost like a written out trill. So let's try that whole measure. We're going to do with the correct slurs at the beginning of the measure this time. So set your 2 on the C string. Be ready to reach backwards for that low 1. Ready? Go. Great, let's try that one more time. Remember that the shift needs to be in the speed that we're playing, not too fast, not too slow. Try it again. Ready? Go. So now that we've worked through those treble spots, we're going to do our slow playthrough. Let's go to playing position, and I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. the slow playthrough, we're ready for our fast playthrough. Let's go to playing position and I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions or comments, please post those below. I really enjoy reading them. Thanks again and happy practicing.